It's so disgusting that I swear to God, I hope the Eagles win this whole fucking thing now. It just motivates me more that they really need to win this whole fucking thing for all the glazing that's going on. And it makes me really sick. It makes me really sick. And that's where I'm at. So let's get into it.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So, this video is sponsored by BetUS, so go check them out. And if you, and Merry Christmas Eve, by the way, to everybody. And hope everyone enjoys their holidays with their families and all that stuff. We're not having a call-in show on Tuesday, obviously, because it's Christmas Eve. So we will wait till Friday to do that and to talk about some things. Now, when it's regarding this team and where we're at right now, I am not in a panic state. I think a lot of Eagle fans are not in a panic state right now. There are some that are just like, we need the first seed and we blah, 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 blah. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about records. Like, since we lost that game, I'm happy now that we don't have pressure on us for number one seed anymore. I'm happy with winning that second seed and facing Washington for a third time. And that's going to be the biggest mistake that Washington made, is putting themselves against us for a third time in Philadelphia. That's the biggest mistake they made in this game, because really going into this game, okay, I felt really good. Okay, realistically, I think the facts are facts, and they're going to still cry about it, that they beat the number one defense with an offense that couldn't sustain drives against Kenny Pickett. Let's be real here. Okay, if Jalen Hurts plays in this game, you're not scoring over 30 fucking points. Okay, and guess what? All these media outlets, left and right, as I've been reading throughout the last couple days, or just seeing just the titles. Okay, I'm talking media guys. I'm not talking about content creators, because I just don't like what do they know? Okay, number one, what do I know about things? But let me tell you, common sense is common sense when it comes to games. Okay, when you don't have success for a long time, there's just fans that don't know how to act. Okay, and that's just how it is. They don't know. They won the game. You know what I mean? You got to give it to Washington. They won. Good for them. Fantastic. I hope you guys are happy, because when the third time comes around, you're going to get destroyed. They are going to get dismantled. They are going to be humbled real quick out of the fucking playoffs. If the Eagles get that second seed and they host a playoff game in Philadelphia against Washington, it's going to be real fucking ugly, because let me tell you something. The one thing the Eagles have done this year, okay, we're not talking about from a playing standpoint offensively or on the defense, okay? We're talking about when bad things happen, okay? This team remembers shit, okay? And let me tell you, that game did not go towards the Eagles' way whatsoever. It was 14-0. We were probably going to make it 21-0 at that point between, Jalen Hurts after 11 plays gets the concussion. Frankie Louvu headhunts Jalen Hurts, gets nothing called for it. The Eagles still scored on that drive anyway with Kenny Pickett, and kind of waiting a couple of drives and seeing if Jalen's coming back. Comes out of the blue tent, puts his helmet on, and then the referee tells him to go back to the locker room. Okay, and then it just took forever, another couple drives, and finally, Jalen Hurts was called out of this game. Okay, we know that Washington can't beat Jalen Hurts, and that's just something that they're trying to hold on to. They beat this number one defense, and they that's the only thing they're holding on to. Okay, and all these media guys. I mean, this is a team that didn't beat the Steelers. They didn't beat the Ravens. I think they beat the fucking Bengals when they weren't even playing well. Okay, they're beating on 2, 3, 4-win teams. They just faced the Saints a couple weeks ago and literally couldn't beat a backup. They beat a backup quarterback by a point. Okay, come on now. Let's be realistic what we're talking about here. It's nothing on Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. I think I think Washington's just going to get better the next couple of years, because they're going to have draft capital. They don't have to pay Jaden Daniels. They have all this time to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? So when you have these years, kind of like the 49ers are having, where everybody's hurt and they're not paying Brock Purdy right now, you have to start winning before you pay that big contract. You know what I mean? It's nice to have that in the bag where you could load up on talent. Okay. The reason why Washington is so favored every single week, and why they just, the media just doesn't want to discuss the bad things at all. okay? Because as soon as like the narrative changes after Washington loses a game, they pull the excuse card. Jaden's a rookie, his ribs early in the season, fucking coaching staff, injury. I mean, it's down the line. But when they win against the fucking Titans or they win against the point against the Saints, oh my God, let the celebration begin. It's just that's how it is every single week. Okay, we have to now listen to these two broadcasters that I want to throw up in my mouth every time I listen to them. Greg Olson, that other scumbag, because literally glazing the Washington the entire game, the way they were talking about them, the team that has 5 turnovers, you never look like this with a team with 5 turnovers and they're coming back into the game. I'm like, well, why do you think they're back in the game? Let's be realistic here. Why do you think they're back in this game? It's so hard to figure this out. I don't know. Kenny Pickett threw a free fucking, literally threw an intercept, threw 4 slant passes to fucking AJ Brown, throws another one, gets picked off literally at our fucking 15, and then fucking Christ, the offense couldn't get anything really going. The rest of the game, the defense was obviously just getting pummeled. The defense was playing well, and then there was penalties, and they were just getting on the field way too much. They weren't organized. They looked like they were off. It's just, the offense couldn't produce. And this is the reason why, Washington scores over 30 points in this game. And that makes them special? No, bro. It does not. Okay. And obviously, if they're celebrating, if Washington fans are celebrating this hard, then I guess they feel like the Eagles are that good. Because if they tell us we're this bad, then why are they celebrating so hard? Why don't they just go to the next game without even celebrating? I don't know. I guess we're that good, and we are that good. They should respect us. So take it as, if the more shit that they're talking, the more that they're celebrating, is the more that they know that we are a big threat at the end of the day. Like, they don't celebrate for that reason because we're that bad. They're celebrating because we're that fucking good. Okay? You know what I mean? So I think the one thing that really annoyed me in this game, I think the most, is really wasn't like, look, Kenny Pickett's going to do whatever he had to do, okay? I think if there's really blame to go around, it comes down to the coaching staff. Like, you put him in shotgun how many times? No under center, no play action fake, even trying to force the ball to Barkley, like getting -1 yards, -4, +1, +1, +1. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, they were forcing it so much besides the one run he had on the touchdown on the left sideline up there. I mean, that was really it, man. I mean, it was just hard to watch. And look, we had to deal with it. Like I said, I can't be mad at Kenny. How can I be mad at Kenny Pickett, bro? The guy never plays. Like, he's not a backup quarterback. He's not good. He's not good. I haven't liked that signing since they signed him. Because I didn't think that, Jalen was going to have a game where he's not going to play. Like, like Kenny Pickett comes in at the end of a game where the Eagles have a big lead, and he, hands the ball off a few times, and that's pretty much about it. But I got to say, like, he didn't play well. He didn't play good, but he actually didn't play bad towards the end. Okay, I think blame goes on the coaching staff and how they used him. It didn't give Washington different looks. I mean, you made things so damn obvious in that game. Okay. And then another thing, like, these crucial drops at the end of the game. Look, Devontae Smith catches that. Yeah, we're probably having a different conversation, but with me, like, I would still be talking about a lot of other things. You think I'm not going to talk about the bogus bullshit from these referees and the commentators? You think I'm going to stray away from that because the Eagles win a game? People that know me and watch me know that I don't stray away from any of that. Okay. AJ Brown dropped 2 fucking balls. Devontae Smith dropped a wide open one on a slant. That's when Lattimore was out the rest of the damn game. Okay, because he had to go back out of the game. He went in the blue 10. I think he got hurt or something like that. And Saquon Barkley had a drop. I mean, there was a lot of drops. Kenny Pickett actually had a couple pretty good, I would say, some pretty good damn drives, and I have to give him credit because he was starting to slide. He was starting to run when there was open space in front of him. Like, I have to give Kenny Pickett credit, okay? If the Eagles value him as a backup, there's nothing else I could say about it than really disagree and say he's not even got a quality backup at this point. I don't think he is. So we'll find out what's going on with the concussion protocol, all of that crap. He's still in concussion protocol. I mean, he's got to play one of the next couple weeks. Okay, they got to win the division, obviously, and get this second seed and face Washington for the third time. I think this is going to be Washington's biggest mistake to really poke the bear out of this second game and going into this home game in Philadelphia. It's not going to be good for them. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. I don't care what it looks like. I really don't. And then you go to this other bullshit, man. Like Eagle fans, like I honestly, Eagle fans are getting as bad as Dallas fans. It really like it's the years have changed so much, and some of these fans, like out of the woodwork, like I don't know where these people come from. I really don't. Like the Eagles don't act professional, and this is what they do, and Chauncey's a scumbag, and blah, blah. All this shit that I was reading from fans the last couple days. You guys bitched about this team having no fight last season. That 49ers game when they wore black to our damn funeral pretty much. They walked through our pregame before the game started, pushing guys around. No fight back, no pushback, no sense of urgency, no fighting for your brother next to you. Like, totally just didn't care. Okay? And look what happened the rest of last season after that 49ers game. The downfall, okay? And then this year, you get Chauncey back. Jordan Davis and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson are two players that know how to get under players' skin. And these fucking guys can't handle it. So you know what happens? So Chauncey Gardner-Johnson gets fucking flagged for talking shit, for verbally talking shit, not grabbing a guy, pushing him and talking in his face. No, like that's a flag, definitely. But literally just on the competitive nature of the game. Okay, it's already enough that you can't tackle a certain way. You can't, cornerback, wide receiver penalties, holding calls, DPI, OPI, politics. That's all that is when it comes to the holding situations. But man, like just verbally saying something to somebody, De'Ami Brown literally just pushes Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's helmet off, and Chauncey gets a personal foul. Okay. And then we're on a break. A commercial break. Chauncey goes to the sideline. The referee goes over to him. And tells him he's got to leave. He's done for the day. Another fucking personal foul. And then I found out after the game what happened on that second personal foul. He said something to a Washington player and walked away. That's just, guys, like this is what it's going to be now. Okay, if this is going to be the case of what the league is doing right now, I'm just going to say this. Okay, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson needs to go into this playoff game and try to. He's got to be like, I want him to be himself, and I'm not telling him not to do anything, but he's got to be more careful because honestly, these referees have these meetings every week on what players do we need to watch that are troublemakers or that cause a lot of attention. They're going to look at Jalen Carter. They're going to look at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And honestly, like, I don't even care, to be honest with you. But if it's going to threaten, I mean, look, getting a penalty is getting a penalty, but, like, if it's going to threaten Chauncey from getting kicked out of another fucking game now, then I don't know what to do. Then I don't even really know what to say. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather him get a holding call than fucking get thrown out of a game for just saying something to a guy. I mean, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then, oh yeah, Jalen Carter punched somebody. He pushed a fucking lineman that was over 330 pounds, bro. Like, what are you talking about? He punched somebody. And they showed the replay, and Carter didn't punch him. He fucking pushed him. Like, I mean, they try to mold these players and this team and this, and whatever these players do on field, off field, they always try to mold it. And this isn't even the Eagles media we're talking about. We're talking about referees. We're talking about in game, like they're blatantly fucking lying on national television what they're doing. You know what I mean? And not even disagreeing with it. It's so sickening to watch this shit every single week, man. It's so fucking bullshit. So, I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. So realistically, like I mean, when all that was going on, I pretty much was like, man, like I'm getting pissed off at the refs more than more than this fucking game that's being played right now because I can't take my mind off of the shit that they're calling on the field. Greg Olson, that other jackass that's on national television, that's about to call our game yet again next week. Okay, because Dallas is winning in the last, Dallas won the last few games now, and the Eagles are starting to, like, but they won't discuss like the big problem. They won't discuss the big issue. Okay, on why the Eagles lost. It's all, when the team has 5 turnovers like this, they don't come back in a game like this. I mean, look what they're doing. And it's like, well, I wonder how they came back into this game. Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, everybody is fucking tunnel vision, fucking blind. Fucking blind. Okay. So that's all I really got to say, man. I mean, like, I am not fucking worried at all, bro. The only thing that I care about is this team getting healthy. I don't care about Saquon's fucking rushing record. I don't care about nothing. AJ Brown has another 1,000-yard season, which is great, which was announced I think after the game, which was awesome. So I think this is his third year. Consecutively. Which is great, or fourth, I forgot. But great, good for him. But when it comes to the rest of this team, like all I need is Jalen Hurts healthy. Try to win one of these last 2 games. I mean, they're gonna have to rest guys against the Giants at this point. They're gonna have to, and we don't know if Jalen Hurts is gonna play this week. So if he doesn't, like, I want the number 2 seed because I want to see Washington one more time. I want to see Washington one more time. Okay, so don't listen to these faceless accounts that are like Jaden Daniels lovers because they're weird people, man. They're just really weird fucking people, have nothing else to do with themselves. And if they're hating this much, they know we're that fucking good. And I think their biggest mistake was to literally they're asking for a rematch, a third rematch again. That's what they're asking for. Okay, and that's what they're probably gonna get, and they're gonna see why they shouldn't have done that. They should have lost that fucking game, unfortunately, because, of what happened in this game. They know it. We know it. They don't want to tell you that. They will go off the one statistic that's telling them they beat the number 1 defense, but everything behind that, there's no football logic there. Okay, when an offense isn't sustaining and your defense is on the field, and obviously the Eagles defense progressively didn't play well. A lot of just so much shit was just the football gods were like, nope, every time a good play happened, and then the next play, nope. I mean, the football gods did not want us to win that game regardless. So if you're able to listen to this entire rant, I do appreciate it so much on Christmas Eve of all days. So I do appreciate that. Everyone enjoy your families, do your thing, and we'll be back very soon to talk more about what's going on. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up? Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.